Hey, my name's Justin, and we all have questions about sex. I don't know about you, but my wife and I, we want to have a great sex life. But I don't know where to take those questions to, and it's just plainly awkward. Well, today we're sitting down with a licensed sex therapist named Emma Schmidt to bring these questions out into the open and have some great conversations together. In every sexual relationship, there's two becoming one, and one of the most difficult things is, and something no one ever talked to me about before I got married, was the idea that we both brought in our past with us. We both brought in our sexual experiences, good or bad, with us. And I think it's more common than we realize that our connection to either personal or having a friend or family member experience sexual trauma and what we bring into that relationship together. You talk about how to help one another, how to process through that, and how to bring that to the surface and then deal with it.
Mm-hmm. Every time I talk about this, I have to take a step back because it's incredibly heartbreaking how prevalent this is. So we see statistically that it's about 1 in 4 women and 1 in 6 men will experience some kind of sexual violation in their lifetime. And that number tends to be more conservatively high than what we know it to be because just of reporting. And so if you think about that, I mean, that's a lot of people who are going to experience some kind of sexual trauma in their lifetime. So then couple that with bringing that into a relationship, it can feel really confusing on how to address and bring in and have a healthy sexual relationship in general. Being a person of sexual abuse, you might feel really alone and feel like you're the only one experiencing that. But what I want you to know in those statistics is that it's pretty high. One thing that can be incredibly helpful is processing that with a trained therapist, whether it's doing something like EMDR, sex therapy, yoga, prayer. All these things in combination can really help start to heal that wound that's happened. What we see in sex therapy is someone's coming with a sexual trauma and helping the partner figure out how do we now have a healthy sexual relationship. What we know is that the brain is our biggest sex organ, and that translates down to our body. So if I have some kind of trauma, my body is also feeling that. If I'm with my partner and I'm starting to be triggered, which means I'm having some kind of flashback of the event with my partner, my body is starting to remember that. So what I do in therapy that can be really helpful is a touch exercise. Your body has to relearn how to have healthy touch, how to have healthy sexual experiences, how to have a new connection with a safe person. So we strip sex away. We actually take it off the table for a little bit, and we figure out how to retrain the body for sex to be something that God designed it to be. For the partner of someone who's been sexually hurt, this can feel really confusing. It can feel isolating for them as well, and get to a place where they might become frustrated and not know what to do, start avoiding sex because they don't want to hurt their partner. In all of this, I think it's really important to take a step back and figure out, how do we talk about this? What are you needing from me? What helps you feel safe in this experience? How do we get on the same page so that we're able to create this together? And vice versa, how can I start to talk about the trauma with you and let you into that experience? And that's a part of intimacy, knowing and being known to figure out how to have a good, healthy sexual relationship.